Starsky, you mentioned at the last table something along the lines of hopelessness, and we have a tweet that I think we can show full screen that we've had come in on hashtag #StayTunedSTL. So at chill season, tell me what emotions ran through you last time you felt hopeless, the last time you felt there was no solution.
I've gotten so comfortable with the privilege, right, that I thought, oh no, but actually it was when I was 15 or 16 years old when I last felt hopeless, and it was after my brother was shot. And I didn't really appreciate what it meant to go to school. I was in a magnet school for public service and law. I'd get up 4 days out of 5 and get drunk before school. I'd go to school, I'd pass out in first period class sometimes, wake up in the nurse's office. That was the last time I felt that. And so I say that to say, it's a powerful question. I appreciate it because there are teenagers out there who will go back to school next week, or those who went back to school on Monday, and Tracy was cheering them on when they came back to Normandy, to Mike Brown School, and they're going to be dealing with this reality, and they'll deal with it in different kinds of ways. And I dealt with it by drinking, and doing so, when I shouldn't have even had access, and because I thought, what's the point? If I'm not gonna, maybe I make it through high school, but my brother wasn't a bad dude. He wasn't doing bad things. He was hanging with his friends. So what's the point, right? What did you do in that situation? Well, you presented in a way, I presented in a way that illustrated my trauma. And the reality is, we are all traumatized. Anyone who saw, it is not natural that someone see the innards of a body laying on the street. Mm-hmm. And the entire community of Canfield Green saw that. And many of us saw it on social media or saw it on television. And we're going to respond to that trauma in some way. And perhaps we will slip into hopelessness because of it. And we have to find ways in communities to help us with that. And my prayer is for young people and that they don't respond to that in the sense that I slipped into.
What was the difference for you?
I went to some counseling. There at school, there were resources of a social worker and a counselor who I ended up having to go to twice a week, over the course of that year. And community. I had a small group of young men that spent time with me. We were in a little community service fraternity and leadership development group. When I got home to my living room for when my mom told me about my brother, they were all in my living room. And so this group of positive young African-American men surrounded and supported me. The church surrounded and supported me. And I got some good counseling. And that's going to be required for some young people in this situation, and honestly, some adults too. I mean, we got adults and children who got tear gas last week, who are civilians, and they're experiencing trauma. And so those young people are going to require some presence, some professional support, and some communities of love and encouragement in order to make it through this.